Okay, so we are going to talk about placental and cord variations, and we are just going to focus on the difference in morphology. तो अगर हम बस प्लेसेंटल वेरिएशन की बात करें, इफ वी जस्ट टॉक अबाउट प्लेसेंटल वेरिएशंस, ठीक है, तो एक तो हम आज मॉर्फोलॉजिकल वेरिएशंस की बात करेंगे. वील टॉक अबाउट मॉर्फोलॉजिकल वेरिएशंस, बट अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट वी कैन हैव वेरिएशंस in attachment or implantation. And apart from that, there can be variations in vasculature. Now, when I talk about variations in attachment or implantation, quick one-liner, does anything come to mind? Something that we have already discussed in the last class? कि प्लेसेंटा नॉर्मली हमारा मोस्ट कॉमन साइट ऑफ अटैचमेंट क्या होता है प्लेसेंटा का?
डेसिडुआ बेसिलिस साइड, मैटरनल साइड.
देखो, डेसिडुआ बेसालिस तो बेसिकली ये अगर आपका प्लेसेंटा है तो इसके नीचे जो एंडोमेट्रियम है, दैट इज डेसिडुआ इज नथिंग बट अनदर नेम फॉर एंडोमेट्रियम. तो प्लेसेंटा जहां पे अटैच होगा उसके नीचे का एंडोमेट्रियम बाय डिफॉल्ट इज डेसिडुआ बेसालिस. व्हाट आई एम आस्किंग इज वो कौन से एरिया में जाके अटैच होता है? पूरा यूट्रस है, उस पूरे यूट्रस में विच एरिया डज द प्लेसेंटा यूजुअली अटैच इन? द मोस्ट कॉमन साइट, यस, पोस्टीरियर अपर सेगमेंट. Posterior upper segment. So 2/3 of the times it is attaching posteriorly, 1/3 of the time it will attach anteriorly. 2/3 is posterior, 1/3 anterior, and mostly posterior, maybe it attaches in the posterior upper segment. Right? अब variations in attachment and implantation में 2/3 and posterior, 1/3 anterior, which is fine so long as it is in the upper segment. When it is defective, it is present in the lower segment, or it can be invasively implanting, which means it can be a morbidly adherent placenta. What are the two entities I am talking about? Placenta that is low lying, placenta previa, and placenta that is morbidly adherent. What is that?
Placenta acquita.
Spectrum. And this is something that we have already discussed in the last class, so we'll not go into this again. Right? Now, variations in vasculature, not exactly vasculature. Normally, placenta में एक remodeling होती है of vessels in two waves. One wave at around 12 weeks, other around 16 to 20 weeks. What are these waves? क्या होता है इन वेव्स में? ये हम प्री एक्लैम्सिया में थोड़ा डिटेल में पढ़ेंगे.
Conversion of higher vessels to.
Very good. So normally this is our spiral arteries. They are very tightly coiled, very high resistance, very high resistance. राइट. अब प्रेगनेंसी में, नॉर्मल यूट्रस में ये चलेगा, नॉन प्रेग्नेंट में. प्रेगनेंसी में देर आर टू सेपरेट ऑर्गन्स दैट आर प्रेजेंट इन द यूट्रस. वन इज फीटस, द अदर इज प्लेसेंटा. द ब्लड फ्लो हैज टू इंक्रीज many times. So the blood flow in a pregnant uterus is almost 750 ml every minute. So to increase this blood flow, this has to become a low resistance system. तो इसमें क्या होता है कि जो हमारे एक्स्ट्राविलस, say it along with me, extravilus क्या होते हैं? Trophoblasts. They invade the walls of these spiral arterioles and they make it less coiled. They make it low resistance. जो मसल है उसको खा जाते हैं ये trophoblast. So what it starts looking like now is this. So first wave में ये थोड़ा सा कन्वर्ट होता है. कहां पे कन्वर्ट होता है? डेसिडुआ या एंडोमेट्रियम का जो पार्ट है ऑफ द आर्टीरियोल्स, वहां पे कन्वर्ट होता है. जो मायोमेट्रियम वाला पार्ट है वो कन्वर्ट नहीं हो पाता है. जो सेकंड पार्ट है उसमें इवन द मायोमेट्रियम वाला पार्ट गेट्स कन्वर्टेड. अब यूजुअली डिफेक्ट अगर आता है that takes place in the 16 to 20 weeks, yeah, the second wave, second trophoblastic wave. And this conversion does not happen. And what does this lead to?
PIH.
Very good. So defective second wave can lead to, number one, preeclampsia. Anything else it can lead to? The organ inside, which is the fetus and the placenta, अब इनको कम blood supply मिल रहा है because this is still a high resistance. What can it lead to? Yes, come on. Fetal distress. डिस्ट्रेस तब होता है जब एक्सीडेंट हो जाता है, ठीक है, अक्यूट इंजरी, जैसे वासा प्रीविया में भी डिस्कस लास्ट टाइम. अगर किसी को क्रॉनिकली स्ट्रेस रहे, फीटल हाइपोक्सिया होगा, एंड दैट विल लीड टू व्हाट? समबडी सेड इट राइट, IUGR, करेक्ट. सो इट कैन लीड टू FGR. एंड क्रॉनिक हाइपोक्सिया होगा तो बच्चे के किडनी तक भी कम पानी पहुंचेगा, किडनी तक कम पानी पहुंचेगा तो फीटल यूरिन विल बी लो. सो व्हाट एल्स कैन इट लीड टू?
Oligohydramnios.
Very good, very good. Now we are getting somewhere. Oligohydramnios, right? So this is what it leads to. So when we study preeclampsia, we'll talk about this once more, but you now know the basics of this, right? So this is the other variation that you can see. But what we are going to talk about today are not these variations. What we are going to talk about is the morphological variations. Morphological मतलब placenta normally दिखता है ऐसा. ऐसा दिखता है कि ऐसा दिखता है? Does it look like A or does it look like B?
A.
A is maternal side, A is fetal
Oh,
side.
exactly. So placenta is basically like a coin. It is like a disc. One side looks like A, the other side looks like B. And you should be able to differentiate कौन सी side क्या है. Now I am going to tell you one side is the side that is attached to the uterus and is the maternal surface, and the other side is the side that is facing the fetus and is the fetal surface. Now tell me which one is the fetal surface, which one is the maternal surface?
Cord
A
is coming,
fetal.
that is the fetal surface, and
A is fetal. हाँ. How did you identify? Very, very simple.
Umbilical.
cord is covered. Cord is coming.
Cord.
Correct. Correct. So A is the fetal surface, also known as the chorionic plate. So if they ever say identify the chorionic plate, don't get confused कि पता नहीं ये क्या बोल दिया. ठीक है? This is what the part that is attached to the uterus looks like, and this is called the
Basal plate.
very good maternal surface or basal plate. Right? Now, you can see over here the fetal surface. Number one, it has the umbilical cord. Number two, it is silver. It is shiny.
Great.
And it has radiating blood vessels. These are fetal blood vessels. On the other side, you can see that this is like red, meaty, shaggy.
Dull.
Dull. Very good. And it has a lot of undulations on its surface. What are these undulations called?
Cotyledons.
Cotyledons.
These are called cotyledons. And in a normal placenta, you have between 15 to 20 cotyledons. And each cotyledon is the anatomical unit of placenta. Can anybody tell me what is the functional or physiological unit of placenta?
Villi.
Very good. It is the villi. It is the villi. So now, like I told you, the placenta is like a disc. एक साइड पे fetal surface है, looks different. एक साइड पे maternal surface है, looks different. So typically the placenta is described in 3 words that you should know. One we have already discussed is discoidal. Number 2 is deciduate, which we have discussed last time. What does deciduate mean? Decidual leaves in autumn.
It's off after delivery.
It will shed off on its own. Whether or not I try to extract it out or not, it will shed off on its own. और जब placenta deciduate नहीं होता तब वो क्या होता है? We have studied this last time.
Morbidly adherent.
Morbidly adherent placenta or pus. And the third is hemochorial. Hemochorial. Hemo means blood, chorial, chorion. It means the villi are bathed in maternal blood. Right? And that is why the villi form the functional unit of placenta. So very quickly, just to tell you, what do I mean by this? So this is my decidua. Decidua is nothing but a fancy name for endometrium, right? And over here, there is something that is invading into the decidua, helping the fetus to attach. What is that called? It is a syncytium with no boundaries and lots of nuclei. Syncytiotrophoblast. So this syncytiotrophoblast is actually sending in finger-like projections into the decidua, right? उसके नीचे वाला जो layer होता है, that is
cytotroph.
Very good. Cytotrophoblast. Cytotrophoblast. Eventually, इस finger-like projection में other things also come in, like
Extravillous membrane.
extra embryonic mesoderm, and finally
Fetal capillary.
very good. Finally, ये extra embryonic mesoderm में भी the fetal blood vessels come in. The fetal blood vessels come in, right? And ये जो हमारा decidua है, this has lakes of maternal blood that are coalescing to form maternal sinusoids. ये मम्मी का blood है. ये मम्मी का blood है. And once these fetal blood vessels are forming, there is a bidirectional exchange of gases and nutrients between the fetal blood and the maternal sinusoid. So what is this finger-like projection? This entire unit is what we call the tertiary villi. The tertiary villi. So the tertiary villi specifically is the part of the placenta that is functional. क्योंकि इसमें fetal blood vessel है, एक तरफ बैरियर के दूसरे साइड मम्मी का ब्लड है, एंड डिफ्यूजन के थ्रू देयर इज अ बाई डायरेक्शनल एक्सचेंज ऑफ न्यूट्रिएंट्स एंड गैसेस, राइट? तो जब ये इस स्टेज में होता है, सिंसिशियो प्लस साइटो, दिस इज कॉल्ड प्राइमरी विलस. जब ये इस स्टेज में होता है, दिस इज कॉल्ड सेकेंडरी विलस. सो इज दिस क्लियर? सो प्लेसेंटा इज डिस्कॉइडल, hemochorial and deciduate. ठीक है. Another question that is asked from placenta being deciduate is this. Placenta अगर shed होगा, placenta अगर shed होगा, this is the inside of the uterus, this is the placenta, it can shed in one of two ways. या तो सेंटर से होगा सेपरेट, या ये मार्जिन से होगा सेपरेट. सो दे आस्क यू व्हाट आर द नेम्स ऑफ दीज पैटर्न्स. सो रिमेंबर सेंट्रल साउंड, Schultz method, and this is marginal bleeding, marginal separation. This is called Matthew-Duncan method. This is the other question that is asked. Okay, now jumping straight to our morphological changes. So just look at these two pictures and tell me what do you see. क्या दिख रहा है? Pretty simple. Yeah, so we have seen the normal placenta. उसमें कोई groove या कुछ बीच में नहीं आ रहा है. यहाँ पे हम देख रहे हैं there are two lobes of placenta. So in A and B, is there a difference between A and B or do they look the same?
Difference.
What is the difference?
Size.
Second one is
Number one,
circumflex.
size, definitely. Number two is, look at this, the umbilical cord and fetal vessels are vessels from the umbilical cord are entering both the lobes, right? And they are nearly equal in size. This is placenta
Bilobata.
Bilobata.
Very good. This is placenta bilobata. So over here you see there are similar size, they're of similar size and umbilical vessels enter both. Whereas what you see in B is one lobe is quite small as compared to the other and the umbilical cord is only entering one lobe. But you can see bridging vessels between the two. So these bridging vessels may or may not be present and this is called what?
Placenta subcenturiata.
Very good. So if the bridging vessels are present, it is called, the broad term for this is placenta subcenturiata. A special term if bridging vessels are absent, it may sometimes, they might give you an option which will be called placenta spuria. Spurious मतलब false, इसमें कोई vessel नहीं जा रही. This is just another name for a subtype of placenta subcenturiata. Right. Now tell me, will there be a problem with this kind of placenta? या ठीक है, कोई बात नहीं, morphological difference here. There will be some morphological changes that do not have any significance and there will be some morphological changes that might have a significance. So do you think there is any significance of these?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
It
but
can
supply.
cause PPH.
Retained lobe of
तो these are, remember, these morphological changes are very very rare. ठीक है, हम कभी सोच के नहीं चलते हैं unless अल्ट्रासाउंड पे पहले ही पता चल गया है कि दो लोब्स हैं, हम कभी सोच के नहीं चलते हैं कि दो लोब्स होंगे. So usually when this one main lobe comes out, we are very happy कि oh, everything is complete, right? And sometimes if we do not check whether everything is complete, one lobe may be left behind and this may lead to retained placenta, which can lead to number one, PPH, and number two, even if it doesn't lead to PPH, it can lead to secondary infection. Is this clear? Okay. Now moving on to the next one. This is called extracorneal placentation. Now, I'm pretty sure you guys must have done a little bit of studying. Can you tell me if there is a difference between A and B? Just looking at the picture.
Maternal side.
Yes, in first one, maternal side is little bit covering to fetal side.
Okay, very good. And what about B?
These both are parallel, but still maternal side is covering, but
the edge of the first one appears rolled.
Very good, very good. So this is the difference that you have to look for. So I am going to talk about two variations here. One is called circumvallate placenta and the other is called circummarginate placenta. And it is very important to differentiate between the two because one of them has no clinical significance, whereas the other one is significant. Which one is significant? Circumvallate. So circummarginate usually causes no problem. This is just a finding. This is just a finding. इसमें क्या होता है कि the membranes, instead of starting from the periphery, start before the margins. That is all that happens. Whereas if I talk about circumvallate में a similar thing is happening. A similar thing is happening in that this is my placenta. Usually the membranes will start from this point. But instead of starting from this point, they are starting from this point. So this is circummarginate. Now sometimes what happens is this is the membrane, again starting not at the periphery but niche se, and the placenta starts separating from this membrane and blood starts to collect over here. So the blood collects, and what happens is this membrane starts to rise and it looks rolled up. What is this now called? This is now called circumvallate placenta. तो अब circumvallate में फिर क्या होता है? As a result of this is, number one, you keep on having bleeding. So this is another uncommon cause of APH, usually in the first trimester. And the other thing that happens is, see, the membranes are separating from the placenta. So if you look at the area of the fetal plate, it is this much. ठीक है? मतलब what I mean to say is, this is, for example, the maternal surface. Maternal surface was built to give 100 units of XY material to the fetus. 100 units, for example, उसको ऑक्सीजन पहुंचवाना था. ठीक है? तो fetal surface अगर equal area का होता तो 100 आता. But now, because of the separation of membrane, what has happened is that the fetal surface has become smaller. So now, even though the maternal surface is giving 100, fetal surface can only supply 60. So what is going to happen in circumvallate placenta? If there is a mismatch of nutrients, if the fetal surface is smaller than the basal plate, fetal growth restriction. तो chronically बच्चा मर नहीं जाएगा. Chronically उसको hypoxia हो रहा है, तो there will be fetal growth restriction and there will be oligohydramnios. Same logic, renal perfusion कम है, urine कम produce हो रहा है, तो oligohydramnios. So remember, circumvallate placenta may present with bleeding, FGR and oligohydramnios. तो इन दोनों में से कौन सा हमारा significant है? Circumvallate. Circummarginate is not significant. And what is the thing that we have to look for specifically? Is this ridge. There is a slight depression. There is a depressed fetal surface. Is this clear? Okay. Now, let's talk about the umbilical cord variations. So now just have a look at this. What can you see over here? Can you see sort of a smiley face? 1,
2 artery, 1 vein.
Very good. So this is 2 arteries and 1 vein. Right. इसमें umbilical cord में और क्या चीज होती है apart from these 2 arteries and 1 vein?
Wharton's jelly.
Wharton's jelly. Very good. So this matrix that you see over here is called Wharton's jelly. And what is it made of? Proteoglycans. Another MCQ that is asked. Proteoglycans. And what is the work of Wharton's jelly? To
protect the vessels.
Very good. Protects umbilical vessels. Right. So this is, apart from this MCQ question, और क्या होता है इसमें? So umbilical cord is nothing but it is derived from the connecting stalk embryologically. तो अगर आप इसका histopath देखोगे, तो 2 other things that you should remember is there are 2 other things that you see over here. One is the primitive allantois and the primitive vitelline duct. So basically the primitive GI and GU system, genitourinary and gastrointestinal system. So this is another thing that you should know from MCQ point of view. So average length is 30 centimeters. Average length is 50 centimeters. It is called short if it is less than 30 and long if it is more than 100 centimeters. तो short cord, long cord हो गया, कोई दिक्कत है इसमें? Is there any problem?
No, ma'am.
No problem.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. What problem?
Cord entanglement.
Very good. So there can be cord entanglement. Cord कहाँ पे entangle होगा?
Around the baby's neck.
Neck.
Good. So if the cord is very long, especially if it is associated with adequate liquor, the baby will keep moving around, dancing around, and the cord will dance around its neck, and there can be a loop around neck of the baby. तो loop around neck हो गया तो कौन सी बड़ी बात है? Any problem?
Hypoxia.
Asphyxia.
Asphyxia, but the baby does not breathe with its nose. The baby breathes through the cord only, ना? Cord से जो diffusion से आ रहा है. Baby is not using its lungs.
While
Like
delivery,
ma'am, amniotic fluid is
While-
not
At the
going.
time of delivery,
at the time of the
Delivery.
Yes.
baby
What
gets
happened?
asphyxiated.
No, the baby does not get asphyxiated. I'll tell you what happens. When the loop is around the baby's neck and the baby is trying to come down, it is like a rope that is pulling the baby back. So there is delayed descent. Hypoxia nahi hota. Remember this. And that is why cord around neck is not an indication for cesarean section. Private में बहुत बार कर देते हैं. But if you get a question, which one of these is not an indication for cesarean section, it is cord around neck. Okay. So what it does is it ties around the fetus ka neck and it pulls it back. The fetus is trying to go down into the vaginal canal, but it is pulling it back. So there is delayed descent. Hypoxia कब होता है? कभी कभी the cord is so long that एक तो it can tie around the fetus का neck, it can also tie around itself. What is this? This is called, very good. This is called true knot. अब true knot बनेगा तो इसमें क्या दिक्कत होती है? तो this has become tight. Yes, this has become tight. Blood supply is not reaching the fetus. This is exactly like cord compression. जब cord compress होता है, ये कभी होता है, कभी खुद ब खुद compress हो जाता है contraction के time पे, या if it is lying beneath the fetal surface, और कभी it can get compressed because it has tied into itself. So true knot अगर होगा तो क्या हो जाएगा? कौन से type of decelerations associated with cord compression?
Variable.
Very good. Cord compression leading to, do you guys remember wheel chop? Types of deceleration, do we remember? Do we know this mnemonic? Variable,
No, ma'am.
early, acceleration and late. Variable का मतलब cord compression, early deceleration का मतलब head compression, acceleration is okay, and late का मतलब placental insufficiency. Wheel chop, a mnemonic to remember what are the different types of decelerations and what are they caused by. Wheel chop is a delicacy, British delicacy. It's a meat chop. Okay.
We are
So-
vegetarian.
निमोनिक याद रखने के लिए थोड़ा पता करना पड़ता है बाकी कंट्रीज का क्या चल रहा है. तो कॉर्ड कंप्रेशन विल लीड टू, एज यू गाइस करेक्टली सेड, वेरिएबल डिसेलरेशन. बहुत लंबा चला तो इट कैन लीड टू फीटल डिस्ट्रेस एंड इवन डेथ. ठीक है. तो ट्रू नॉट कैन बी अ रिजल्ट ऑफ एन abnormally लॉन्ग कॉर्ड. शॉर्ट कॉर्ड में क्या दिक्कत होगी? कोई दिक्कत होगी? नहीं होगी. हाउ डू वी टेक आउट द प्लेसेंटा आफ्टर डिलीवरी? What is the method?
Controlled
manage
cord
the
traction.
thrusters of rhythm.
Very good. Controlled cord traction.
Traction.
If the cord is very short, कभी कभी अगर हल्का सा फोर्स ज्यादा लग जाए, the cord may snap. Cord may snap. And because this cord is short, you might not get any remaining length of the cord, and then you will have to manually remove the placenta. Is this clear? वो आप एक रस्सी पकड़ के खींच रहे हो, वो रस्सी टूट गई. Now you have no rope to hold on to. So now the only way you can take out the placenta is by inserting your hand inside the uterus and taking it out. Right? Now vessels की variation क्या हो सकती है? 3 vessels होती हैं usually. 3 vessels की जगह अगर 2 vessels होती है, that is a variation. 2 vessels. तो 2 vessels में कौन सी, 3 में से कौन सी मिसिंग हो जाती है? Yes, this is called single umbilical artery. So in 80% of the cases, single umbilical artery is normal, but in 20% of the cases, it may be associated with aneuploidies like trisomy 18, 13, 21. In addition, it may be associated with fetal growth restriction and stillbirths. तो सिंगल अम्बिलिकल आर्टरी अगर किसी बच्चे का आता है अल्ट्रासाउंड पे, व्हाट डू वी डू एमटीपी?
No, ma'am.
Exactly. So this is what I want to tell you. This is not a gross congenital anomaly. Gross congenital anomaly होता है जो एकदम मोटा मोटा दिख रहा है कि हाँ भाई ये बच्चा डिफेक्टिव है, like Arnold Chiari malformation, for example. ठीक है. These are called soft markers. Soft markers. सॉफ्ट मार्कर्स का मतलब क्या है कि जैसे ये सिंगल अम्बिलिकल आर्टरी है कि भाई 80% ऑफ द टाइम्स तो नॉर्मल होता है, बट 20% चांस है कुछ गड़बड़ निकले. तो दीज आर कॉल्ड सॉफ्ट मार्कर्स. तो दीज सॉफ्ट मार्कर्स व्हेन यू सी देम, इट शुड अलर्ट यू कि लेट अस गेट एन्यूप्लॉइडी स्क्रीनिंग या एन्यूप्लॉइडी टेस्टिंग डन, लाइक डुअल स्क्रीन, लाइक क्वाड्रुपल स्क्रीन, लाइक एनआईपीटी. इज दिस क्लियर? ठीक है. ओके. अब हम आते हैं टू द, हाँ,
Which is the most common congenital anomalies associated with it, CVS or renal?
anomalies associated with single umbilical artery.
Yes, ma'am.
Single umbilical artery usually is associated with aneuploidies. It is not associated with gross congenital anomalies. So it is basically a part of a syndrome, I would say. Isolated, it is not associated with any anomaly. तो जैसे अगर 18, 13, 21 में हार्ट का कोई दिक्कत है तो उसके साथ एसोसिएटेड हो सकता है सिंगल अम्बिलिकल आर्टरी, बट ऐसा नहीं है कि कोई ऐसे हार्ट की ही दिक्कत है और साथ में सिंगल अम्बिलिकल आर्टरी है. यूजुअली इट इज पार्ट ऑफ अ सिंड्रोम इफ प्रेजेंट इन एन अबनॉर्मल बेबी.
Okay, ma'am.
ठीक है. ओके. सो ये हो गया हमारा ट्रू नॉट. ये क्या है? Looks like a knot but is not a knot. It is a fake knot. This is false knot. This has no significance. This has no significance. Right. Now moving on to the next one, which is this. इसमें कुछ abnormal दिख रहा है? Or is it okay?
Fetal cord is not coming from central.
Battledore.
Usually the attachment of the umbilical cord is central. This is called what? Somebody said it right?
Battledore.
Battle door or marginal insertion. So my laptop has switched off. Just give me a couple of minutes before it comes back on. So marginal insertion or battledore placenta, please continue to make your notes. Battledore placenta में same problem होगी. When I try to do controlled cord traction, what is going to happen is that it may snap. It may snap, right? And then again, I might have to go for manual removal of placenta. The next picture that I had, unfortunately, which I cannot show you, 1 second. Okay, switching back. ठीक है, अभी तक कोई डाउट है तो जस्ट आस्क मी.
मैम लार्ज कॉर्ड का मैनेजमेंट क्या होगा जब कॉर्ड
लॉन्ग कॉर्ड का? लॉन्ग कॉर्ड का देखो, देयर इज नो वे टू मैनेज दीज थिंग्स. लॉन्ग कॉर्ड किसी को पता नहीं होता है लॉन्ग कॉर्ड है. वो जब बेबी निकलता है तब पता चलता है, ओ देयर इज अ कॉर्ड अराउंड द नेक, या ओ माय गॉड लुक एट हाउ लॉन्ग दिस कॉर्ड इज. ठीक है. प्रॉब्लम क्या होती है कि लॉन्ग कॉर्ड से जब आप फीटल मॉनिटरिंग कर रहे हो, व्हेन यू आर डूइंग मॉनिटरिंग ऑफ लेबर, उस टाइम पे आपको पता चलता है कि इसको वो आ रहे हैं, डिसेलरेशंस आ रहे हैं, वेरिएबल डिसेलरेशंस आ रहे हैं. एंड व्हेन द बेबी इज बॉर्न, इधर नॉर्मली या आप वेरिएबल डिसेलरेशन डिस्ट्रेस के लिए सिजेरियन कर देते हो, तब आपको पता चलता है ओ लॉन्ग कॉर्ड था या नॉट बन गया था, इस वजह से आ रहा था इसको डिसेलरेशन. सो दैट इज, देयर इज नो मैनेजमेंट पर से ऑफ लॉन्ग कॉर्ड.
Ma'am, actually, I have a doubt.
Yeah.
For placenta, bilobata, and for twins, monochorionic, monoamniotic, many times I will be getting confusion, ma'am. Can you clear it up?
Sorry, come again. I did not get your question.
When image questions were coming in the MCQs, placenta, bilobata, and monochorionic or monoamniotic, most of the times we will get confusion between both of them.
So you're talking about ultrasound image or
No, ma'am. The gross image.
Okay, gross image. So it's quite simple actually. Monoamniotic, monochorionic twins mein how many babies are there?
Usually single placenta will be there, no, ma'am.
The placenta will be one, but how many babies will be there?
2 baby.
2 babies. Will they have same umbilical cord or different umbilical cord?
Different umbilical cord will be
Different
there.
umbilical cord, naturally. Look at bilobeta. How many umbilical cords are there?
Okay. But they are connecting 2 umbilical cords, ma'am.
See, connecting 2 umbilical cords to placenta, the other end will go to the fetus, na? So these two are joining to form a single umbilical cord. This end, this is the placental end of the umbilical cord is attaching to 2 ends, na? One end is to the placenta and the other end is to the fetus. You can see even if there are 2 separate, they are joining to form a single cord that will go to 1 baby only. Okay. Right? So this is going to be a bilobeta. Same thing if you saw a placental mass with 2 cords coming out, then it could be a monochorionic pregnancy. It could be DAMC also. It could be monoamniotic monochorionic also. Is this clear?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Subcentuator
So,
will cause APH or PPH? Like it will cause PPH, but it can cause APH as well, right?
it can cause APH also depending on what is the presentation. Again, if this subcentuata is low lying, then it can cause APH. If these bridging vessels are forming a vasa previa kind of a situation, then again it can lead to APH. Right? So subcentuate lobe is the morphology. Now, the way it presents, sometimes accentuate lobe, somebody will be careful enough, they'll take out the entire thing. In that case, it will not even cause PPH. Right? Okay. So, this is battledore or marginal attachment of placenta. So, battledore is marginal attachment of cord. And this can also lead to cord snapping during traction. So the next one, I'm not going to tell you what it is. I want you guys to tell me what it is.
Filamentous.
Very good, very good. So this is the placenta. These are the membranes. Can you see 3 vessels over here? Vessel 1, vessel 2, vessel 3 that are joining to go into the cord, but the cord is starting over here. Umbilical cord is starting over here. The Wharton's jelly is starting over here. So what is this called? Velamentous or membranous insertion of cord. So you can see that the umbilical cord is attaching not at the placenta, it is starting at the membranes. It is starting at the membranes. And we know what can this lead to? What condition?
Vasa previa.
Vasa previa. Correct. Okay. Now the final slide. So we are going to talk about some cysts or tumors. What is this? Where is this cyst coming from? This baby has come out. Incidental finding? umbilical cord cyst, usually nearer cord insertion at either end. And this is not significant. This is not clinically significant. What is this structure? This is the placenta. Can you see something abnormal in this placenta? Can you see this well circumscribed tumor-like mass? This is called chorangioma. This is basically a hamartoma or a benign tumor which is made up of fetal capillaries and arteriovenous malformations. Arteriovenous malformations. Is this clinically significant?
Polyhydramnios.
In placentomegaly, we can see this also now, ma'am.
So placentomegaly mein pura placenta will be large. This is a localized swelling that is large. Is this significant or not?
Polyhydramnios.
So very good, very good.
Yes.
So if it is more than 4 centimeters is considered a large chorangioma. If it is more than 4 centimeters, then it can cause a couple of problems. What are those problems? So if there is excessive blood going to the fetus because of these extra fetal capillaries and arteriovenous malformation. Arteriovenous malformation का मतलब क्या है? Artery से arteriole, capillary, venule and vein. Right. Now arteriovenous malformation mein what happens is these capillaries they go away and directly it is arteriole to venule. Now this is coming at a high pressure, but यहाँ पे the walls are very thin. So what happens is this is not able to control the pressure. ये high pressure में ही baby के पास जाता है. So what is happening to this baby is a lot of blood volume it is getting. The heart is having to work overtime to pump this blood क्योंकि बहुत ज्यादा volume आ रहा है. So this baby is going to go into what failure? Congestive
Cardiac failure.
heart failure. तो शुरू में क्या होगा? बहुत ज्यादा कार्डियक आउटपुट होगा. बहुत कार्डियक आउटपुट होगा तो बहुत ज्यादा यूरिन होगा एंड देयर इज गोइंग टू बी polyhydramnios. Eventually, not being able to cope up with this excessive volume, there is going to be congestive heart failure. और adults में heart failure होता है right sided तो क्या होता है? What are the symptoms? Pedal edema, peripheral edema, anasarca. तो वही चीज बेबी में होगी तो क्या होगा? Fetal hydrocephalus can even lead to intrauterine death. ठीक है? Fetal anemia and intrauterine death. So these are the morphological variations that will be commonly asked in your placenta and umbilical cord. इसके अलावा 2 others, just make note that you should know. Uncommon may not be asked.
Anemia, ma'am.
Sorry? Fetal anemia,
why-
hemodilution. Hemodilutionally. Volume overload. ठीक है? तो 2 things that they may ask in addition is placenta membranaceae and placenta fenestrae. Uncommon, but they may ask. So fenestrae में क्या होता है कि बीच में there are windows within the placenta. तो कहीं कहीं पे placenta के बीच में आपको लगेगा कि placenta का शायद कोई पार्ट छूट गया है, but it is just a window. And membranaceae में क्या होता है कि placenta usually is like, what should I say, जैसे उपला होता है और मोटा सा एक ब्लॉब होता है, ब्लॉब की तरह होता है. मेम्ब्रेन्स जो हैं they are thin like a sheet. Membranaceae में this mass is distributed across the entire membrane. The chorion is there across the entire membrane. So the thickness of the placenta is less. The thickness of the placenta is less and the diameter is more. So the diameter is more and placenta is very thin. So usual thickness of placenta is how much? It is 2.5 centimeter at center. And usual diameter is how much?
15 to 20 centimeter.
Very good. On an average, around 15 to 20 centimeter. तो this becomes much larger. ऐसे 30 सेंटीमीटर का होगा और बहुत ही पतला सा होगा कि 1 सेंटीमीटर की या even less than that उसकी मेम्ब्रेन चल रही है. So this is usual thickness and diameter of placenta. And usual weight at term कितना होता है? 500 grams, 470 to be exact, but 500 grams. Another silly question that they ask is, what is the ratio of the placental weight to fetal weight at term? तो अगर आप 3 किलो का बच्चा मानो तो
1:6.
1:6.
Very good. 1:6. Another question they ask, at what POG is placental weight equal to fetal weight? It is around 16 to 17 weeks.
16 to 17.
Okay, so this is all that they can. Yeah.
In placenta membranosus, then it will cause acrita or something. It's not that much.
नहीं, अक्रीटा वगैरह कुछ नहीं कराता. It is just a finding. It does not have a lot of clinical significance.
Okay.
Placenta fenestra का clinical significance ये है कि because there is a window within the placenta, please go to Google Images और एक बार देख लेना. वो ऐसे लगेगा कि placenta का एक कोई cotyledon छूट गया है. So it might lead to थोड़ा सा anxiety कि maybe there are retained products inside, but when you search inside, you don't find any retained products. The placenta is like that. ठीक है? So that is it for today's class. So I hope you guys understood, and especially I have forgotten who asked for this class, but I hope at least your doubts were cleared out. ठीक है? So that's it for today's class, and let me know what you want to study in the next class.
Partogram.
RH negative.
Ma'am,
Partogram. Labor. Okay.
I have a doubt.
Yeah.
मैम इन प्लेसेंटा मेम्ब्रेनेशिया में वासा प्रीविया के चांसेस बढ़ जाएंगे क्या?
अच्छा, मुझे बताओ वासा प्रीविया क्या होता है?
फीटल ब्लड वेसल्स रप्चर होते हैं तो फीटल ब्लीडिंग होती है.
अच्छा, फीटल ब्लड वेसल्स कहाँ पे होते हैं?
फीटल साइड ऑफ प्लेसेंटा.
फीटल साइड ऑफ प्लेसेंटा में, राइट? फीटल साइड ऑफ प्लेसेंटा में एंड गोइंग इनटू द कॉर्ड. यहाँ पे क्या है, जो आपके मेम्ब्रेन्स हैं, दे आर नॉट पतला लाइक दिस. दे ऑल्सो हैव अ मास ऑफ प्लेसेंटा इनसाइड नंबर 1, राइट? तो अगर वो मेम्ब्रेन में नहीं जाएंगे, देन बाय डेफिनेशन वेलामेंटस मीन्स फ्रॉम द मेम्ब्रेन्स, देन यू कैन नॉट हैव अ वेलामेंटस इंसर्शन. वासा प्रीविया की सबसे बड़ी प्रॉब्लम क्या है? वासा प्रीविया की सबसे बड़ी प्रॉब्लम है कि वो पतली सी शीट लाइक मेम्ब्रेन्स के अंदर है, तो दे आर प्रोन टू टेयरिंग. बट इफ इट इज नॉट इन अ शीट लाइक थिंग, इफ इट इज इन अ फैटर थिंग, थिकर थिंग, देन इट विल नॉट बी दैट प्रोन टू टेयरिंग. बट येस, अगर आपका बहुत लार्ज प्लेसेंटा है तो ऐसा हो सकता है कि नॉर्मल साइज का होता तो अपर सेगमेंट में रहता. अभी लार्ज प्लेसेंटा है तो इट इज गोइंग इनटू द लोअर सेगमेंट. सो येस, इट कैन लीड टू प्लेसेंटा प्रीविया, नॉट वासा प्रीविया.
ओके, थैंक
Is this clear?
यस मैम.
Okay. ठीक है. तो नेक्स्ट क्लास के लिए यू गाइस सेड लेबर, somebody said RH negative, और एक और कुछ पार्टोग्राम.
मैम डिफरेंट मैन्यूवर्स जो डिलीवरी में होते हैं उनका हमेशा एक क्वेश्चन आता है, डिफरेंट का, ब्रीच का, इन सब का हमेशा एक.
ठीक है. तो द क्लास ऑन लेबर विल हैव टू बी इन पार्ट्स बिकॉज लेबर इज अ बिग टॉपिक. ठीक है. तो आई ट्राई टू मेक इट वेरी वेरी कंसाइज ताकि हम 2 क्लासेस में निपटा पाए all the pictures, all the woe and all the questions. RH negative we can take a class, and partogram जो है, partogram का also we can take a class. What you need to know is the old partogram is no longer being followed. जो नया partogram है, that is called the Labour Care Guide. WHO has come out with a new partogram. उसका YouTube पे already I have made a video. So if you could just go through that, वो बहुत ही concise है. ठीक है. और the best part about the new partogram is उससे आपको बहुत ज्यादा सवाल नहीं पूछ सकते वो, because पहले जो थे arrest of dilatation और labor dystocia, वो सारे terms अब हट गए हैं. तो if you could just go through that, I'm going to post the link on the Telegram channel. So if you go through that, I think that will be very helpful. So RH and labor we can do in next class. If anybody has any other suggestions, just let me know.
क्लासिफिकेशंस जितने भी,
Sorry, gynae cancers. Okay.
जो क्लासिफिकेशन बेसिकली पूछा जाता है ना मैम, इसलिए.
हाँ. तो एक चीज आई वांट टू टेल यू, वो है कि एंडोमेट्रियल कैंसर की न्यू क्लासिफिकेशन आई है, वो आपसे कोई नहीं पूछेगा. नोबडी इज गोइंग टू आस्क यू दैट. वो एग्जामिनर्स को भी नहीं याद होगा. तो फॉरगेट अबाउट एंडोमेट्रियल कैंसर, बाकी चीजें आई टीच यू, ठीक है। एंडोमेट्रियल कैंसर इज टू कॉम्प्लिकेटेड फॉर योर लेवल, फॉर इवन पोस्ट ग्रेजुएट्स का लेवल, ठीक है। तो गाइनी कैंसर्स, लेबर एंड RH नेगेटिव प्रेगनेंसीज, ठीक है। तो एक एक करके लेते हैं। I'll try to schedule my classes a little more frequently so that we can cover as many topics as possible, because OBG is a heavy subject in terms of mark distribution. ठीक है?
Also maneuvers for breech delivery.
हाँ, he asked for that, maneuvers for breech delivery. So वो सारा labor में cover करेंगे. We'll cover all of that in labor. Labor is a vast topic, so I don't know. मतलब the classes, instead of taking long classes, I think I want to take multiple short classes, because that way you guys will also be able to retain better. वो वरना बहुत heavy हो जाएगा, ठीक है?
Okay.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Your teaching is amazing.
Thank you so much.
मैम एक छोटा सा क्लास वो माइटोसिस मियोसिस वाला, कि वो हमेशा वो पोलर बॉडीज और उन सब का क्वेश्चन आते रहता है कि कब कौन से
अच्छा, ओके, oogenesis spermatogenesis वाला, ठीक है, ठीक है,
बट
डन
10 मिनट्स का उसमें हमेशा एक क्वेश्चन दे देते हैं, इसलिए
हाँ, ठीक है, डन फॉर श्योर, ठीक है, ओके, ठीक है। सो वील एंड टुडेज क्लास देन।
Okay, ma'am.
Okay.
थैंक यू मैम।